Americans spend about $20 billion a year buying snacks from the 4,640,000 vending machines located throughout the United States. In this video, I'm sitting down with the owner of a few of those vending machines, and get this, he is only 19 years old. He's not only earning money from his vending machines, he's also documenting it all for YouTube, making more money from his businesses than most people who are twice his age. So I want to show you what it is that motivates him, what inspires him, what keeps him going, and how he got started with this business, where he buys his vending machines from, and some of the horror stories that he's encountered while running his vending machine operations. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Jaime.
Hey, what's up, Paul? How's it going?
Good. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do? It's kind of interesting and a little bit different than what people are used to hearing about.
Yeah, so my name's Jaime. I'm 19 years old. I live over here in Dallas, Texas. And currently, I do a few different things. Mostly, the main things I do run a vending machine business. I go out, put vending machines in, other people's businesses. And every week, every 2 weeks, I go and collect the money. That's basically how it goes. Pretty fun. That's, got me interested. So I started that business. Also, right now, I currently do YouTube as well. I've been doing that full time, and as well as other, small little side hustles. But pretty much it.
So you're actually making money just putting up vending machines like that?
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
Into the vending.
Yep.
So actually, I came across a video of somebody else doing it as well. I saw their video. They went out, collected their money from their vending machines, and I was like, that's pretty cool. They're making money only working 1 or 2 days a month. Going out and collecting the money. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. I went out that same day. I bought my first machine. It took me a while to get started. I didn't know anything about the business. I did my research, and I mean, it's been pretty good ever since. Been doing it for about 8 months now.
Cool.
So,
where did you learn everything?
YouTube.
Very
YouTube,
nice.
yeah, everything online.
So you can find everything on YouTube these days.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
What about before that, though? Were you doing anything before that, or it's just like, did you just jump into this out of kind of nowhere?
Yeah, I pretty much just jumped into it. Before that, I started the summer after I graduated high school. So I graduated high school. My main plan was to get into real estate. That's what I wanted to do right after I got out. But I saw the video, came across to it out of nowhere, and I just jumped into it. But before that, I had a regular job. I worked at a donut shop, and I quit a few months after, and just been doing this full time ever since.
Nice. Well, congratulations on doing that.
Thank you.
I'm curious about the vending machines, where you get them from.
There's a lot of places you can get them from. I get them locally. You can order them online from companies, but I get them from Craigslist. I buy them used. I don't buy new machines because new, they are very expensive, brand new. I only buy used, but pretty much we offer up anywhere you can buy used things. There's pretty much vending machines you can buy.
And how much are the used ones?
Used, they can go anywhere from, like, I've bought machines for $100 before. Soda
Okay.
machines, you can buy them very, very cheap. Just depends. You just got to be lucky, up to maybe 1,500 at the most used, but brand new, they can be up to like $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah, for one machine.
And how long does it take you to recoup that money?
It depends on a lot of things. Also, the location is the main one. If you have somewhere you put the machine in and that location makes 1,000 a month, profit from that is maybe like 500. So just depends the location.
How do you pick those locations?
It's I mean, there's not really a location I go for because any location can be a hit or miss. There's locations with a bunch of employees that I've heard stories that they barely sell anything. So you don't really know which one is gonna do good, which one is gonna do bad. You just go and find the location.
Yeah.
See from there.
Do you have a lot of them now? A lot of the machines?
Not a ton. I have like 12 machines. No, 12 locations. About almost 20 machines. because I have like two machines in each one. So
Was like one for snacks, one for drinks.
yeah, yeah, one snack,
Do you
one
find
soda.
that snacks or drinks does better in general?
It but like which one does better from both, or
No, I'm just saying, like, do you see that people tend to buy drinks more or snacks more? Or is it there's really no pattern?
I would say drinks for sure. Drinks,
Yeah.
they're cheaper. Over here, every state is different, but over here the normal price is like 75 cents for a can of Coke. But I do sell a ton of soda, especially now in the summer.
Hmm.
It goes by really quick.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then, so I'm kind of curious. You obviously have to stock these machines. How often do you do that? Where do you get the snacks for them, and how much time does that take you to do all that?
So my busiest location, I'll tell you how much that one makes. That one makes 1,000 a month. That's considered a really, really good location. An average location makes about, I would say, 300, maybe 400 at the most. That's normal. But
Hmm.
1,000 a month, that's considered good. That one, I only go once a week. So once a week, it takes me about, it's an hour drive. It's a bit of a drive, so it also matters how far away they are. But it doesn't take long to restock, maybe 30 minutes if I do it quick, 45 at the most. I buy my product from Sam's. I know that not every state has a Sam's. I do get a few comments on my videos. People don't really know what Sam's is. It's kind of like BJ's, if you have BJ's.
Hmm.
But I buy all my product from there, and I know a lot of people like that have a big vending machine business. They have suppliers that just come and drop off everything. But I'm not really that huge yet, so
Do you
I
want to get that big?
maybe I'm still thinking about it. I do plan on moving out of state, maybe in the next couple years. So I want to decide if I'm gonna keep the business, if I'm gonna sell it, start another one over there. I'm still deciding, but maybe one day.
Cool. So, and now the reason I know about you is because you had a couple of videos that kind of blew up,
Yeah.
went viral. And I think it's like the thumbnail is you like in front of a vending machine with like a stack of
Yeah,
cash.
that was a
So
trick. That was a
I want to
trick.
hear about that, like why you decided to make the videos and what anything you want to share about that.
Yeah, so I posted my first video 5 months ago, 5 or 6. And at the time of posting my first video, there was actually like two people already making videos about vending machines and their business. But there wasn't much people doing it until I posted my first video because I saw them doing it, and I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. I had past experience with editing videos and talking to a camera, so I didn't start off, being kind of shy. I posted my first video, and it just blew up. Like I don't know why. Maybe the thumbnail could have been a good reason. But my first video hit 1 million views, so it's been good ever since.
That was your first video, hit a
Yeah,
million?
yeah. First video went
Wow.
viral.
That's pretty sick. And I think you have some videos also on your channel talking about YouTube as well, right? Like want to
Yeah,
get into that?
yeah. I have a few videos. People, because I mean, ever since I started making videos about my vending machines, I've always told people how much I make from it. Then I started, growing on YouTube. People got curious, how much do I make on YouTube? So I made a few videos about that.
So what I'll do is underneath this video, I will link up your channel. Anyone who's watching wants to check it out. He has some really awesome videos about the vending machines, also some fun videos
Yeah.
that are pretty fun to watch. So check those out. And if you subscribe, let us know in the comments that you subscribed and put like the number that you subscribe. So you're like, I think you're over 100,000, but let's say someone subscribes and they're like 122,000th
Yeah.
subscriber. Put that number down below so that we know. And then like in 5 years, people can come back and say, hey, I
Yeah.
subscribed to him back then before he
Yeah.
was at 1 million.
That's cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Um, so let's go back to the vending machines. I'm really curious about these.
Mhm.
Just like in general, over the course of a month, how much time do you spend on the vending machine part of your business?
I would say I don't go to. I mean, probably the smartest thing to do would be to go to all of my locations in one day to minimize the amount of work I have to do throughout the week. But I don't really do that just because I make videos about it. So I would just go to one location one day or two at the most. That way I can keep making videos. But Since I do that, I do pretty much have to work 2 or 3 days a week in my vending machine business, and that's everything from going to Sam's, buying more product, going to the location, restocking the machine. I'm buying another machine right now, so I'm gonna go make a video about that. But it's yeah, I mean, I'm always working on it since I have to make videos about it.
Do you think anyone could do this?
Vending,
Yeah.
yes, for sure. Anybody can do it. I'm currently working on a small project that I'm gonna be putting out, but anybody can do it. It doesn't matter if you're a teen, doesn't matter if you have a full-time job. As long as you have one free day a week, you can do it, or maybe even
Cool.
a couple hours.
Cool. I think a lot of people would be afraid to buy something like a machine up front
Hmm.
and like know that, maybe it'll take a while to get their money back.
Hmm.
Did you feel that way when you started?
Yes, I did because the very first machine I bought, it was a combo machine, and I think I got it for 2,500. My first machine, and that was a lot of money, especially for my first machine. I was 18 at that time, so it was basically all my savings I had. And I was
Hmm.
like, you know what? What if I just lose all this money? What am I gonna do with it? But what I did my research before I started everything. I found out. I looked into what locations were good, what machines were good. Machines, you gotta actually do your research on those because there's a lot of machines out there that aren't good, have a lot of problems. So as long as you do your research first, it should be good. But you can't quit. Also, like if you buy the machine, you put it on location, it doesn't do a whole lot. Just don't quit. Just go put it somewhere else.
Have you ever run into like any major problems or stories, like crazy stories?
Nothing too crazy. I've had employees try to break into my machines. You've probably seen like in movies say tape a dollar, put the dollar in, pull it back with the tape. I still have that dollar. I kept it as a memory. I have it somewhere. I'm not sure where, but somebody did that. It broke the bill acceptor in the machine, so it didn't take any more money. I think I spent like $200 on it, putting another one in. So I took my machine out of that place. I had another location where I think it only made $5 in a whole month. Um, I got rid of that location, but nothing too crazy so far. Just a normal.
So you're obviously pretty young, 19 now, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and a lot of people who are older than you haven't been able to start their own business, even like their own side hustle. How do you think it is that you were able to start so young and see some success while others feel like they're being held back and don't know how to get over that hurdle?
Yeah, I feel like it all comes down to motivation. You got to find what motivates you. Like, what do you want, and use that motivation as something to help you get out there and do something for yourself. For me, my motivation is to just one day be able to support my family and not have to worry. I don't come from like a high income family. We never struggled for money, but I never had the things other kids had. So that's what motivates me. One day I want to be financially secure, but it could be different for everyone else. If you want to help somebody else, you just got to find your motivation, basically.
Cool. Um, and then I always like to ask this question: what's the best investment that you've ever made?
My best investment, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe into my vending machine business. I've spent a lot of money into that. I've currently upgrading all my machines to accept credit card readers. So moving on from like, I'm still gonna accept cash, but now they do take credit cards, Apple Pay. But yeah, just into my vending business, put a lot
Yeah,
of time.
cool. So between the vending machines, the YouTube, is this what you want to do with the rest of your life, or do you have other plans, bigger plans, or just this but bigger?
Yeah, I for sure have a lot of things I want to do in life. The vending machine business, hopefully I can keep it for sure. I won't run it myself. Maybe later on, if I can grow it big, have somebody else, run it for me. YouTube for sure, I do want to grow. That's my main goal right now, to just keep doing YouTube, and maybe one day, be up there. I do want to start different businesses, more online businesses. That way I don't have to go out and spend time, being out there. But specifically, I'm not really sure yet. I just know that, hopefully one day I can do something bigger.
Yeah, well, you've already had a lot of success, so definitely seem like the personality type that will find a way to make something work. What advice would you give anyone who's looking to start either their own vending machine business or their first side hustle?
Uh, Probably the main tip I would give you, you might hear it a lot, but it's just not to give up. If you bring it back down to me, actually, I'll tell you, I didn't tell you this, but whenever I got my first location, I bought the machine already placed in the business, from somebody else that was getting out of the business. The day after I bought that machine, the manager told me I had to take the machine out, so I spent 2,500 on the machine. Next thing you know, they want the machine out of there. So I didn't know what to do. I was actually like nervous. I was scared because I spent a lot of money. I didn't have a garage to put it in. I didn't have a storage unit. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So literally for the next 3 days, because I had 1 week to take the machine out. I had 7 days. For the next few days, like for hours a day, I called a whole bunch of different businesses. I went to a whole bunch of different businesses. I went door to door talking to a lot of people, and I found a new place. But if I were to give up and not try that hard, maybe right now I wouldn't have my vending machine business. Maybe right now I wouldn't be doing YouTube. So it all comes down. Don't give up. That's my biggest advice I would give.
Cool. So I think I have two questions left. The first one is, what's with the two iPhones down there?
I mean, I got a new phone recently because YouTube. I had an Android back then, and I recently my camera for YouTube broke, and I didn't have something to record for like a couple of days, so it sucked. I couldn't use my Android because the quality isn't really that good. So I got an iPhone. The other one, I got it for my girlfriend as a gift.
Nice.
But
That's pretty amazing that you're able to do that, because it sounds like before you weren't able to.
yeah, no. I think before, yes, I said I was working in a donut shop. I was only making like 1,200, 1,000 a month.
Yeah.
I'm pretty grateful.
Well, congratulations. And then I was watching one of your videos, and I gotta ask, because I don't believe it. Is it true that you put your milk in the cereal bowl before the cereal?
Yes.
That is so weird.
I don't understand why that's a problem. That way you don't put a lot of milk into the bowl. Because sometimes I used to put the cereal first, but then I would have a lot of milk left over and I don't finish it off. So you first put the amount of milk you want to use, and then the cereal.
All right, guys, if you are still watching, I got to ask you to do two things. First, I'll put that video down below where that happens. And second, let us know in the comments what you do first, milk first or cereal first, and let us know in the comments section.
Yeah.
Man, do you have anything else you want to say before we close this out?
That's pretty much it. Thank you to everyone that watched. Thanks to Paul for having me on here, and hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you have a good one.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview as much as I did. I know this is a little bit different than the normal content I have on this channel, but after I heard his story and saw what he was doing, I had to share it with you guys because I thought it was absolutely awesome what he's doing. And if you do want to hear more about him, like I said, I will have his YouTube channel linked up down below, and I would love it for you guys to go check that out. So guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want more interviews with entrepreneurs such as Jaime, doing different things in different industries, let me know in the comments section down below. I have a lot of good friends doing some crazy interesting things that are much different than what most people think of, and they're making money doing it. So I'd be happy to share that with you guys if you're interested, but let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up if you love the content and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.